Howdy folks, welcome back to Space Engineers. There's a lot going on. A lot has happened since the last episode. And this isn't the episode I was going to record. I was actually over at the mining outpost. I was going to record an episode about changing that up, getting more defenses on. And I got attacked by reavers over and over and over again. So I never did get that episode recorded. They blew up all the mining drones, blew up quite a bit of the base. And yeah, it was just devastating. There's I don't remember which reaver it is, but they have rockets or missiles or whatever you want to call them. And they just decimate everything. So I've abandoned the mining outpost. I did go ahead and repair it, got it back up and going again, and I added a few more guns. But I've retreated from there. I don't know. We'll go back at some point and check it out. I don't know if it's going to last, but I've just been concentrating over here on the station. Now, before I did retreat from the mining outpost, I did manage to get some silicon and some magnesium. So, well, we're good there. And I finally remembered, I went back and looked at a video. It's console, that's why I couldn't find these. I was looking for like desk and control and stuff like that. But these, this console is what I was wanting here. So I got a clock, a little battery overview, and then just some random graphs. And then I've changed this up a little bit, got some labels on here. We got ores, ingots, and then I've got two screens for components. So you can actually link these together. It's pretty handy with the automatic LCD script. So yeah, we got all those listed. So we're doing okay. You can see we got a bunch of nickel. We got a little bit of magnesium. It just doesn't refine down very much. That was a lot of ore, and I ended up with, after I made some ammo, ended up with just 298 left. Got a ton of silicon, 36,000, so we're good there. Went ahead and turned this into a to-do list. So I did make a gravity generator, so the equal sign means it's done. And then an LCD for a component sorter. So I wanted an indicator on what was going on there, and then I ended up replacing that. So I think I'll just take that off the list. But what I did do is I made a light. And I've got this control panel over here now for going in and out via that door. So I've got this light here. So if I hit pull components, that light comes on. The color is just weird. Anyway, it runs, I think it's 30 seconds. And it'll just, that gives it time to pull all the components into the components container. Just so I can more easily see what I've got going on. Then it goes back to allowing components to come out. I've added some more lights for when the target is locked, so those will all flash. And I've got one in here. I've done a little bit of redecorating here in the hab. Just make it a little more cozy. I still need to do some color and get some, art up on the walls and whatnot. But what we're going to do today is we're going to work on our production. I've got a couple more refineries built. We need to get them plumbed in. And then if we have time, I'm going to start on the hangar. So let's get going. And I kind of wish I'd done the airlocks different, but it is what it is. So if it out here, this will decompress, and then it's going to open this door and let us out. And here we are. And then that button lets us back in if we've gone out the other way and that's closed. So I've built another section. We're going to have, this is basically our hangar. I want to try to get a repair bay and some docks and stuff set up in here. So got that going. There's more, actually I'll just top out in space and show you. There's some more defenses going. So you can see I've got cannons here on the end. I'm not messing around. So far the reavers, like, they come by like this guy, but they never get close enough. So it's going to happen eventually, but I'm hoping we're ready for it because I do have guns all over the station. And I've got ammo. I've got the AI defensive blocks so they can lock out to their maximum range. And yeah, here we are. We've got the transport ship docked. I've got some docks here for now, temporary, just for charging. So we've got this ship. This was the, I think this was originally the welding ship. I turned it into a mining ship so I could grab some stuff. And then we've got the original ship over here just kind of hanging out. I may eventually grind this down. It served its purpose, but it's just not very maneuverable with the ion thrusters. We are out of ice, so I need to get ice at some point, but I want to work on the production, so let's go do that. So, yeah. I've got a lot of guns. I'm hoping it's enough, because those Reavers are just devastating, and it's going to be really sad when they come over here and blow up this beautiful base. Let's get back inside. It's hard to get back inside unless you're walking. Okay, we're back. Let's get charged up. And then we're actually going to go right back out to the stuff. I'll just use my airlocks. So this container here I've got set up with a sorter so it doesn't pull stuff out of it. I've got some emergency ice there. When I redid the airlocks and stuff, I put a container here that's just a normal container that can be pulled from. So yeah, we got some work to do. We need to get some stuff across there. Let's just go ahead and do that. So if we go to conveyor, let's just pull out a bunch of conveyor components. And then I want to grab that color. So I'm trying to hook like each end of the section together so we have options when we take damage. Or the cargo to get routed. There we go. And then I've got that in place. I've got these guys built, but we need to get them hooked up, like I said. And I need to get them sorted out and making sure they're doing stuff. I do have the sorters in. Just need to do some more piping. So I'm going to grab that color. So we need to come over here with you. And then you're going to be a T-junction. And then I don't know that I need to connect. Yeah, I don't really need to connect anywhere else, I think, with that. So let's just make that an elbow. There we go. You guys weld it up, and then we need to weld up the top as well. What we got on our build planner is empty, so grab all those guys. You are fully welded. So yeah, just some welding today. Get this all set up so we can get our production going, get all these ores refined. And then I want to work on some modules as well. Actually, I don't think the refineries... I think what's set up is already done. Oh, I've got a loop somewhere. I'll have to fix that. Something's going on with the loop there. Refinery's out. Is that this guy? Yeah, you're pulling ingots out. Why are you looping? Then you should go right into the ingots. You're in. You're not connected. You're going out to the assemblers. You have a sorter. You're not hooked into anything, are you? You're coming out of there. Yeah, I don't understand where you're looping. So I'll have to figure that out. That's bringing in, and it's only coming out of the... Or wait, is it... Oh. Is it doing nickel right now? Oh, I didn't set these guys up. Oops. I messed up. I forgot to set these to whitelist. So it's just pulling in whatever. Alright, fair enough. I'll have to get that sorted out. It doesn't matter right now. They can just chew through, I guess, whatever. But I need to get the rest of it hooked up. And I'll figure out the loop problem off camera. So we've got sorters going in everywhere, right? You can actually be just an elbow. Let's put you in as elbow. A T. When I say elbow, I mean T. Alright, then we need to go up top. Whee! And we need to get some sorters up here. Oh, I see how I... Oops. Yeah, I do actually need that junction there. My bad. So we need a couple sorters. Like that, and like that. We need a couple of you guys. Went into the sorter. Yeah. We'll get parts. Don't you worry. That's the problem with doing it this way with all the sorters and stuff, is you can easily get into a loop. I'll get that sorted out. Let me get my build planners sorted out. There we go. Should have plenty of parts. I've been making parts left and right. Okay, so now these guys are coming out. I need to set them to... they're fine being just blacklist. Is that how I've got these set up? So they're basically just working like one-way valves. Yep. And then this pulls the ingots out. That's not what I wanted to do. Yep. We need some parts. Yeah, we'll just put that in production. We're apparently out of something. Okay, so you come out, and you come out around the bend, and then you need to be a T junction. Oh, there we go. And then you need to be a straight, and you need to be straight. Lovely. All parts were successful, but we're going to need more. So we'll get this welded up and then see what we need. The planner is empty. Grab that stuff. How are we doing on oxygen? We're doing all right. We're getting a little low on power. Are we completely out of small steel tubes? We are. Okay, well, let's get a bunch of those made. No reason to run out of anything. We've got so much iron, it's ridiculous. Got to grab that on the build planner, but we'll get these guys. We can get that. I don't understand why you have to click a whole bunch of times on the build planner. Maybe somebody knows, but it's kind of weird. Okay, so they're all coming out, and then they're going into here, and then this is set up. Whitelist only ingots and drain all, but for some reason we're looping, so I'll have to figure that out. I go to sorter out. Oh, they're not maybe it wasn't looping. Maybe it was actually doing nickel. Okay, so everybody is Kung Fu fighting? No, everybody is doing ore. So you're doing nickel, and a couple of them are doing cobalt. That's fine. What do we have a lot of? Let's go look at our ore container here. We have a ton of cobalt. We need somebody doing nickel and somebody doing silver. Whee! A little hard to get to these guys sometimes. So you're set up to do iron and silicon. That's fine. You're set up to do magnesium and nickel. That's fine. And then you guys can just work on whatever for now. But this is... Let me follow my naming convention here. Refinery sorter.
Energy low.
Yeah, I know. And you're going to be refinery 3 in. You're going to be refinery 4 in. There we go. Then those guys are just one-way valves. Okay, so that's all done. That's plumbed in. I need to kind of start working on the plan for the hangar. Let me get charged and get a plan together, and I'll be back. Yeah, we got an alarm going off. What do we got going on here? We have a... Oh, it's just Ember. Hopefully they'll just pass on by. Getting a little close, but I wanted to see if my ships would pass through this gate. I think they will. But I was going to go ahead and weld it up. It takes a lot of components. And just see if it would pass through here. There we go. That's cool. And then I've never actually used this. Closes that way. That's neat. I wish you could change the number. So it says number 1 on the outside. It says number 2 on the inside. So depending on which way you're going, it's one way or the other. 2.01. I think they're just going to pass by. From the looks of it. I've got lights out here as well. I've got a light in the hab just so I know when something's in range. So that means the AI defensive block has locked onto them. None of our weapons have that kind of range, so we're not shooting at them. We're just locked on. Alright, let's go and see. Use arrow key, so I just rotate right around. And then if I'm coming over here, I want to go out. It's a little bit of a tight fit, isn't it? We're going to need 2 gates. My little O2H2 hump. Yeah, we're going to need 2 gates. Alright, that's why we test fit. That's okay. It'll be a little weird then, because we're going to have the gate numbers all wrong, but that's okay. Oh, I need to be able to snap something. So that is too high. TWO high, not TOO high. Just in case that wasn't clear. Oh, these guys, I was making different blocks, wasn't I? We'll just do that for welding purposes. And then we can flip this guy up like that. And then we'll have both of them open. Got this little cargo box here that's plumbed in, so I can grab stuff while we're building. So in here I want to have some docks for the ships. And then I want some kind of printing / repair area. Where I can not only repair my ships, but print new ones. See if we can get that going as well. Alright, so that will definitely fit. As far as I know, that's the only, like, big hangar door. I was looking at, I mean, you could build your own, obviously, with the blast doors, but I kind of like the look of these guys, so. I don't know if that'll stay 100% sure, but I'll tie those together and they'll open and close at the same time, and we'll see how it looks. All right, we are out of steel plates because I used them all on the door. So what I was doing, just for a little bit of visual interest, is putting these blocks here on the outside. Let's see, we need to go this way. That way. Grind you guys out. Yeah, like that. And I don't know what we're going to do down here. I don't know if it'll just be armor or maybe I'll have another set of doors. We don't really necessarily need them. What I do need is some way of tying these guys into the conveyor system. So I need to go up around that door possibly. Right now I've just got cargo boxes so I can have ammo in there. We'll figure that out. But what I was thinking is, like, down here we would have our printing / repair area. Is this just one block deep? It is just one block deep. So we may want to go another block up. Maybe even have some stairs. So I need to have some conveyor. Do I need to have conveyor underneath? I'd kind of like to have a... well, that's going to make it even deeper, though. I'm thinking out loud. Sorry about that. So if I put pistons on here... So there's a little... Isn't there a short piston? Oh, there's not a short piston. That must have been a mod I used to use. No, there's just the regular piston. Okay. Interesting. Nope, definitely no short piston. Yeah, okay. Well, there goes that idea. I was going to have a piston. But at the very least, I want some pistons with welders and sensors. I want like a wall of maybe 4 of those facing each other. And then we can print in that and repair ships in that kind of thing. So let me put a break in here. I'm going to mock something up and see what it looks like, and I'll be back. Okay, so something like that. So I've got piston with a welder. Oh, wait. The pistons are supposed to be retracted. Derp. So we're going to have it something like this. There'll be a wall of these, but I've got the sensor set up. I've got the sensor field range on so you can see. So to do that, you need to be show on HUD on the sensor, and then under info, show sensor's field range. And I've got the sensor set up. So basically it covers the welder. So, and then the actions on the sensor, extended retract the piston. So if there's nothing in front of it, it's just going to be sitting here. If I get in the range, it's going to back up. So it'll come up and weld stuff and then retreat. So that's the idea. We'll have a wall of those. Turn that off. And then I can have maybe a rotor here to weld things. I'll have a control panel so I can retract these, turn the welders on and off. That kind of stuff. So that'll be our build / repair area. And then, of course, if I want repaired, I can just come down here and get in front of the welders. Stuff like that. We need some docking ports. I was trying to think of how I wanted to do that. I think I want the docking ports kind of up next to the ceiling. It doesn't really matter which way the conveyors go, but it makes me happy if they're facing a certain way. And I'm out of interior plate. Go grab some stuff. So I kind of like this form factor for a ship. So that's about the right size. Now if you're docked, can we come in here? So let's say you're docked over here. No, that's going to block the door. Okay, so I'll have to move the door. But we can move the door. So if they're up here and we have connectors, yeah, we can have them up here. We could probably put one off that second. Let's get some spacing figured out here. So if I did you and a connector. Oh, the ship's in the way. You up like that, and then like that. Is that enough room? No, it needs to be like one more apart. You're pretty close to the wall, but I think that'll work. Yeah, that's a little close. So they're not gonna line up with those conveyors, but that is fine. Let's move you over one. So, yeah, I think 3 blocks between. All my numbers right. Yeah, I think we can have them all along there. And that'll be enough docking, at least for now. I can get those plumbed in, and then we'll have our build repair area down here. I'll move the door. I can move the door back down here where I originally had it. I think that will work. So, in between episodes, I'm going to get this built out and cross my fingers that we don't get attacked. And then we need to build some drones. So that with this build area, let me pull up blueprints. So I had the starter drone, but I've made a more sophisticated mining drone. So that's the large drone miner Mark 1, and we'll be building some of those. It's built around a small grid, large cargo container, so it's a little bit bigger, and it has a lot more automation and whatnot. I've got some event controllers and AI defensive, so when it gets locked on by an enemy, it will come back home. So that's the idea anyway, because my miners would just get decimated out in space. So at least it gets locked on. It's going to try to run back home and dock. So we'll look into that once we get them printed up, and I need to get some ice. So I think that'll be next episode. We'll get one of those new large drone miners printed up, and we'll have them go out and get some ice. So thanks as always for watching, folks, and I'll catch you in the next adventure. Take care.